What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and before I get into into the subject of this video, I just want to say this. I hope everyone had I hope everyone in Missouri and in Oklahoma and other states, I hope everyone's okay, because last night there was a tornado that I guess either hit one of Carl Junction schools or took out an entire school of Carl Junction. I did not sleep a wink. I tried to get some, kept on waking up, and we were without power. I don't know for how long we were without power. I checked with my uncle. I checked with my mom. My granny was safe and sound in her bed, and she had kerosene lamps going, so at least we had some light. I checked on Anton to make sure he was okay, and I checked on Wrestling for Fans. But then I had to shut off my phone to conserve my battery, because, well, no battery means no phone, and I had to conserve my battery life. Well, no power means no charger, so I also had to conserve my battery life for that exact reason. Okay, let's get into the video. What is up, Hardcore Nation? It's Hardcore Christopher here, and today, I'm going to address something with you guys. Because I've been doing a lot of thinking. And don't worry, it's not about YouTube. It's about me. And I'm not ashamed to say this anymore. There should be no shame in my game anyway. And I finally got an answer. for you guys. I mean, I bet if anybody's watched my previous videos, you could tell and you could probably feel that I was very angry. Uh, Sorry, I had to yawn. But, I, hold on. Uh, I, and, you know, after everything, uh, I, I've thought about it, and I've thought about it, and I've thought about it, and I've thought about it. And the question in my mind was, why was I so angry? Because I felt from the time I got out of bed, from the time I laid my head down on the pillow, I was angry all the time, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, I can now tell you guys why. But I'm gonna have to go back a little ways. May of last year. I lost my job. And it's been a year since I've been unemployed. And I don't have to guess. I know that after I lost my job, I flipped a switch. And that switch was basically I don't care about anybody or anything. All I care about is me. And I didn't realize how that would affect me. Because I was mad. And it may have seemed like I was mad at the world and that I was mad at everyone. I was mad at my best friend. I was mad at this person. I was mad at that person. No. I was never mad at nobody. The only person I was mad at, the only person I was angry at was myself. Instead of looking at you know, I worked there for 2 years. I did all I could do, and now they get rid of me, and now I can go on and find another job and be happy. Because I wasn't happy. I wasn't, I was not happy during my second year at In-N-Out Car Wash. I wasn't. But instead of looking at things like that, I looked at things the complete opposite. Instead of looking at things with my head held high, I lowered my head. And I basically said to myself, you know what? No one cares about me. So I will not care about others. And I know what happened from then on out. I know what happened from then on out. All that anger controlled me. And whenever I would make a video, I would always be all smiles and everything, and I can act. I can act pretty good. But I know that as much as I put on a smile and I say, and I try to be happy on here, I put up a facade. I put up a facade. I put up a mask. It was very obvious to people they could see through me. They could see through the mask that I put on myself. Because now that I look back on it, it everything shouldn't have gone down like that. Because I'll give you an example of a video that I made. During this phase was and now it's no longer on my channel, so trying to remember the title. Yeah. Okay. The example I'm going to give is where I realized that, maybe my way of thinking is the wrong kind of thinking. I believe the title was, Am I Worried About My Friendship with Anton Masters? And I don't remember what I said in the video. But I'm pretty sure that if I had the ability to watch the video, because I probably would watch the video, and I probably would tell myself, I can't believe you said that. Or, none of that's true. None of it is. I'll give you another example of not a video, but something I said. I don't think this could be it, but maybe you two are separate. Maybe you two are splitting apart or something like that. Guess where that came out from? anger. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was also jealous. Anger and jealousy, they don't go well. It's like if you put water in a cup and you put oil in a cup. They're not going to mix. So yeah, I was jealous. I was angry. And now comes the hard part, because I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. But I know that if I don't say it now, when I realize everything, when I finally have answers, first off, I take full responsibility. And so I'm sorry. I'm sorry for every hurtful thing I've said. I'm sorry for everything that I've done to hurt people. I'm sorry that I let my anger get the best of me. I'm sorry that I was jealous. I'm sorry that I was angry to begin with. Because now I realize that, my family loves me no matter what. There there are there are people that I consider as family, even though we're not. Um, Anton is one of them. Wrestling for Fans is another. I consider all of you of my hardcore nation as family. And it hurts because, I, I was angry at myself. I was jealous of Anton because he got a girl before I did. Well, that was to be expected. Anton getting a girl before me, not the jealousy part. I was so angry with myself that I said things, I did things, and I hurt a lot of people, and I hurt people that I care for. And I don't want to ever do that again. I don't want to ever do that again. I never thought I'd actually say this, but I was happy when I had my job, and when I don't, and when I didn't, and when I didn't have my job anymore, I got angry. I got frustrated. I got mad at the entire world, and I did not care anymore. But after putting things in perspective, I know Anton. I know Spooky RoboCat. I know Wrestling for Fans. I know all these people. And I think I hurt every single one of them in a way. I know I hurt Anton. And I hurt Anton in the worst way possible. I deleted my April Fool's video because it wasn't a joke. But yet I wrote it off as a joke to make myself feel better when I knew that it wasn't a joke. I had ruined everything. And yet I write it off as a joke. I've come to terms with reality. And the reality is that it's not going to be easy. But I don't want to end this video on a sad note, I want to tell you what's happening now. Now, I'm working on my attitude. And it's still a work in progress. I'm gonna buckle down and get my license. And when I do, I'm gonna look into getting a car. And when I do all that, get the tags and everything, I've determined that I don't want to work for anybody else. I want to work for myself. And so I want to either work, and so I either want to drive for Lyft or Uber. Probably go for Lyft. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm Hardcore Christopher. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And let's meet that 1,000 subscriber mark. And if there's one thing I'm gonna say, if I could give any advice to anyone, it's you gotta forgive yourself before you can forgive others. Because if you don't, if you can't forgive yourself, then how will you be able to forgive others? I'm Hardcore Christopher. Keep it hardcore, everyone.